Hello everyone, this is Shankar. Hope you are doing well. In this video, I will explain about Apache Kafka High-Level architecture. So let's get started. So let's start a Apache Kafka server. So to understand what happens while startup, right? So for that, open the CMD. So what is the bat file? Kafka hyphen server hyphen start.bat. We need to pass server.properties file where the Apache Kafka were installed in D drive. So here the server.properties file, right click. So more options, properties, security, copy this one. This is the server.properties location. Close it, close it. So enter. So if you are seeing so many these kind of logs, it will if continuously printing, that means the Kafka server is up and running. So see, these are the coming right. This means Kafka server is up and running. Server dot properties are nothing but there are default configurations are there. It will be loaded from that file, right? So tell me what happens. So tell me what happened when start Apache Kafka software. So when we start a Kafka server, one broker is created by default setting like a one broker will be created. Suppose this will be one broker. So is a broker one. So so how broker will be scaled? So it will be manually scaling or automated. Tell me how broker will be scaled. There are two answers like manual scale is possible if you are using like AWS. There are two options: server based, custom. In custom, we need to select how many brokers we need. Or server based on the load. So brokers will be auto scaled. I will show that also. So go to the AWS management console. So console. So here two options are there. Go to the MSK. So try to create a cluster. Scroll down. Scroll down. See cluster type serverless. This option provides an on-demand capability that scales automatically as your application input output scale based on the data. So brokers will be scaled up, scaled down. Here provisioned. Here provisioned. See this option allows you to specify the number of brokers. See number of brokers and the amount of storage per broker. Per broker. So there are two ways, right? If you are using cloud based, so Kafka server, then it will be two options like so auto scale and provisioned. So in a local, if you are using local host, like you are installed Apache Kafka software in a one local, so there we need to give how many brokers I want. By defaultly it is a one broker. By defaultly it is a one broker, right? Understand, right? So when Apache Kafka software is started, so by default, one broker will be there. So suppose I in server.properties, I set to two brokers. In server.properties, I set to two brokers. Now broker two brokers are there. See, when we start a Kafka server, one broker is created, right? Right? So there can be multiple brokers in a Kafka cluster. So here there can be multiple brokers in a Kafka cluster or combination of multiple brokers is called a cluster or a cluster is a collection of brokers. See what is the cluster? Broker will be so broker will be single broker will be created when so Apache Kafka server is started. If you want to more brokers in a local setup, we need to add like node-id or in older versions broker.id configuration will be the server property we need to set up. See, so collection of brokers are called cluster. The collection of brokers are called cluster, right? Collection of brokers are called, suppose it is a Kafka cluster. Kafka, it is a Kafka cluster. Collection of brokers, right? So after that, so let's say add a. So this is the broker one, this is the broker two. Inside what will be there? Like, so partitions will be there. Partition, suppose partition 0, partition 1, partition 2, like that will be there here. Here also, suppose partition 0, here also partitions will be there. Partitions we will discuss in further videos, right? We will discuss on further videos. So by default, one broker will be created when Apache Kafka software is so started, right? Started, right? So now, now there is a care-apt here inside the Apache Kafka cluster. Care-apt. So care-apt quorum will be there. Care-apt, care-apt controller quorum. Care-apt controller quorum. It will be there here. So this main purpose is to maintain the metadata. So this is main purpose is to so maintain Kafka metadata. Maintain Kafka Kafka metadata. Maintain Kafka metadata. Right? So this is main work is to maintain Kafka metadata. So now so let's add a topics. Here topics will be there. It is like a one box. So topics. So these are the topics, right? So suppose topic one will be there. Suppose topic one, and you have topic A. Topic A. Here also topic A. Suppose topic B. So there are two topics are there in broker one. Topic A and topic A related partitions. In broker two, topic B, topic two related, topic B related partitions, right? See, as of now, what we are understand. So so cluster contains multiple brokers, right? Collection of brokers. Broker contains partitions, topic name, and later multiple other I will explain. Here topics will be there. Topics like that. Now now let's so all brokers in one box, and this is the care app controller quorum, right? So it is the inside the Kafka cluster. So let's add it is there in one box. Now what will happen? It will connect to the this one. What will contain the care controller, maintain the metadata. Broker state brokers. So brokers are there, right? This is the broker one, broker two. So get the up get the metadata and update the metadata. Here get the metadata and update the metadata. Now here this is the so the combination of brokers are called the cluster, right? This entire cluster maintained by care-apt controller forum. Maintained by care-apt controller forum. So right, see now it is a it is a producer application. Suppose it is a producer application. producer app. It is a producer app. So what contains here? So like it contains Kafka template. Kafka template dot send, where sending some message, right? So how we are sending, which format we are sending. So serialized, serialized, serialized format we are sending, right? Serialized format we are sending. So here, here bootstrap server properties will be there. See, let's say add a box here. What will be there? Here bootstrap server will be there. Today bootstrap hyphen server. Bootstrap server is there. It contains the broker, broker, host colon port. It contains the broker, host colon port. Bootstrap server contains the broker, host, comma port. If single, broker one. If multiple, more. Right? Suppose local host colon default port number 9092. Right? So where this it is connected? It is connected to the cluster. It will connected to the cluster, and so it will connected to the cluster, right? So it will connected to the cluster, and brokers. So broker will be there, right? So broker. So yeah, by using bootstrap server address, broker fetch the metadata. Fetch the metadata. Fetch fetch metadata. Metadata. When it will fetches, and it will fetches initial connection. Bootstrap server for the initial connection. So right. So for initial connection, bootstrap server for initial connection, right? So bootstrap server for initial connection, right? So see here. So producer sends a message to where broker. How connection between producer and broker? By using the bootstrap server, right? Bootstrap server contains the broker address, right? So this entire, so all brokers who manages, so all brokers are called cluster. Who manages cluster? Care of controller, right? So when they send data in producer, it is serialized like assume like a byte format, assume like a byte format, bytes, byte, right? And send to the broker. So and send to the, so in producer application data serialized in byte format and sent to the broker. After that, what happened? What happened? Another application will be there. So another application will be there. Like it is a consumer. Another application will be there. It is a consumer app, producer app, consumer. Another application will be there, consumer. What will be there? Yeah, listener will be there. So, so Kafka listener will be there. So it will be connected to the, so it will be connected to the broker, right? Broker contains topic information, right? It will connected to this topic. So it will continuously listen consumer, continuously listen topic, and so retrieve the read the data, right? It will be connected. So it will be connected to broker reads data, or tap and reads data, right? So here it may be one consumer or multiple consumers. So So this is the one consumer. So like consumer one, it may multiple consumers also. For that, here I said control C, control V. This is a another consumer. So it is a another consumer. It is also connected to the brokers. It is also connected to the brokers. So multiple brokers are called what is the cluster. So collection of brokers are called the cluster. Right? Collection of brokers are called the cluster. See data how data is flowing. See so when a see here when a producer sends data, it is serialized. It is serialized into bytes and sent to the broker. Broker, right? So sent to the broker. So broker brokers consumer is listening and it will read the data. That data which format it will be the deserialized, deserialized, deserialized format. It will be the deserialized format. Control C. It will be the deserialized format. So in consumer groups are there. I will explain later videos. So as of now, what we understand, I will recap. When we start a Kafka server, one broker is created, right? So when we start a Kafka server, one broker will be created. So by defaultly one, there is no scaling auto scaling. If you are using local Kafka software, if you are using so AWS manager like that, there is a two options like provisioned serverless. In serverless auto scale, in provisioned we need to set how many brokers we need, what are the storage for each broker like that, right? So when we start a Kafka server, one broker is created. Remember, there can be a multiple brokers in a Kafka cluster. So multiple brokers. Say combination of multiple brokers is called a cluster or a collection of brokers is called a cluster, right? So these are the two brokers. Collection of brokers are called a cluster. Cluster, entire cluster. See this entire cluster who manages K-Rapt, K-Rapt controller. So maintains Kafka metadata, nothing but cluster metadata maintained by KRAP controller, right? So what it will do, KRAP, it will be the metadata management and cluster coordination, right? So after that, so producer data serialized and sending to the producer, yeah, producer data serialized and sending to broker. So right inside broker topic will be the consumer. It is already subscribed to it. It is listening to this particular topic. Whenever producer is sending some data to this particular topic, where data will be stored inside the these are the topics. Topics is a logical container. So inside the topic, partisans will be there. Inside partisans, suppose partition. So 0 inside partisans. Log segments will be there. Log segment. Inside log segment, a record will be there. Here messages will be stored. Right? So so once once data is producer send some data, it will goes to the broker. After that, from broker, inside the broker partitions will be stored, right? Data. After that, it will be consumer subscribes it and it will reads it, right? It will convert it into deserialized format. So, right? So now tell me what is the responsible of broker or brokers? Tell me responsible of broker. A broker is responsible for receiving. It will receive producer sending data. Broker will be received. It will be stored. Here inside Proca, physical store will be there. It will store in racks, in log segments. Racks will be there. Each rack size is 1 GB. 1 GB data. It will be stored once that 1 GB is filled. It will be auto create another rack with 1 GB based on the data. Yeah, it will be created. Like if it exceeded 1 GB, it will be created new rack. So broker is responsible for receiving data, storing data, and transfer to consumer. Understand, right? So consumer. So now let's write some bullet points about. So as of now, what we understand, let's write some bullet points for that here. So Apache Kafka, Apache, Apache Kafka. So first point, when Kafka software is started, then it is going to create one instance of broker software. Broker software. So when Kafka software is started, then it is going to create one instance of broker software, right? So collection of brokers called as Kafka cluster. Understand, right? Third point. So care care controller, care controller is responsible responsible to handle cluster cluster. Nothing but so cluster metadata management. So what it will do, care of controller is responsible to handle cluster. That means cluster metadata management, right? Cluster metadata management. So let's add a post up, post up, post up, post up server is nothing but it it contains broker address. Address means post colon port will be there. Post colon port will be there. Next, fifth one. So producer data is taken in serialized 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 format. Nothing but bytes. We are sending like bytes format, and consumer consumer reads data back in deserialized format, right? These are we are discussed. Like when Kafka software is started, then it is going to create one instance of broker software, right? This is we are discussed. Collection of brokers called as Kafka cluster. We are discussed. K-wrapped controller is responsible for and a cluster, nothing but cluster metadata management. So host of server is nothing but it contains blocker at the host port, right? Produces and data taken in serialized format bytes, and so consumer is data back in deserialized format. So now what is the topic? If you want, you can add. Otherwise, topic I will explain in next video. But for some point, topic is a logical 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 container. It will not store topic. It will not store the data. So partitions 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 are called data store inside log segment inside log segment record. So more about last point I will explain. In this architecture, we are understand 5 points. These are the basic points. So thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this YouTube.